One line that we can really say that encapsulates how we feel is my great-grandfather always said, "Nobody owns the land. You are merely a steward of it." And
we want to leave it in better condition than we found it.
Hi everyone, my name is Kendall Hoxsey-Onysko, current board member, and we'd like to thank the Napa Valley grape growers. This week, my sister and I will be hosting the Grower Series chat.
I'm Morgaen Hoxsey-Pickett, and I've helped serve on the stomp committees the last 2 years for the Napa Valley grape growers, and we're so thrilled to be doing this Grower Series with you.
So here we are in Ghost Block. It's a 16-acre vineyard, one of our prize Cabernet vineyards. Before we planted this in 2006, it was actually Cabernet Franc, but doing some soil tests, we found that Cabernet Sauvignon was the right fit. So we've got 2 blocks here. My dad renamed this vineyard in 1984 when a veteran that he met told him, "Have you seen the ghost of George Yount walking through that vineyard?" And my dad said, "Great idea."
It used to be called the cemetery field. That's
Yes.
what Andy Plissa, our great-grandfather, used to call it. And my dad said, "Cemetery field? We can't put that on a bottle of wine." So Ghost Block it is. And if you can see the cemetery off in the distance, this beautiful vineyard borders that cemetery. And we're just at the corner of where Yount Street meets Yountville Vineyards, or Yountville Road, hence our vineyard company, Yountville Vineyards.
Well, and because it's the Pioneer Cemetery, so that's why George Yount is buried there, and that's where, hence the story of why he haunts this vineyard, and thus Ghost Block.
We're stewards to some pretty incredible land here just across the road. On the other side is our Blockhouse Vineyard, where George C. Yount planted the very first grapevine in Napa Valley in 1837.
Our first harvest in Napa Valley was 1903, so we're going on our
117th harvest this year as a family, as a Plissa family.
But my sister and I are 5th generation. I actually have a 2-year-old daughter that's the 6th generation, so we're very proud to continue that tradition.
We have a lot.
We've got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, we sure do.
But being the first women to take on these roles, we're equally as excited. And our partners in crime, our husbands, are coming along on the journey with us.
Both winemakers. We don't have any winemakers in the family, so they're nice additions.
The one line that we can really say that encapsulates how we feel is my great-grandfather always said, "Nobody owns the land. You are merely a steward of it." And
we want to leave it in better condition than we found it. And a lot of that has to do with what Yountville Vineyards does, which is our organic farming.
And we've been doing that since the late 80s. That was something that my dad, once he got out of the Air Force Reserves, he and our vineyard manager, Jim Del Bondio, they slowly moved to all growing organic, and it was actually an easy fit for us. So we've been continuing that tradition. My dad likes to say that we were organic before people knew how to spell it.
That's true. Yeah. And it's not just this vineyard that's been organic. We have 7 different single vineyards between Yountville and Oakville, and they're about 650 acres, and every single acre is farmed organically. Something we're very, very proud of, and we plan on continuing. So our family business is set in such a unique way, I feel like, because we don't have an outside board of directors. Our board of directors is our family members. Made up of our grandmother, our great aunt, our great uncle, our father, and our cousin. And I really find that their support and their belief in us has really gotten us to where we are.
That's very fortunate.
Yeah, that being said, that doesn't mean there aren't challenges. I think the biggest thing that weighs on me is that we have a stake in this, and we're not just working for an employer or any other business. We're working for our family, and so the expectations I set for myself are higher than they would be anywhere else. Kendall is taking over the Yountville Vineyards aspect, which is what built our businesses. It is been that company from the very beginning, and so I know that she has a lot of weight on her shoulders as I have taken over the companies that are the most new to our family. The brands were established in the mid-2000s, and the tasting room was really just remodeled last year. So I have a lot of work to do because they're still so young, and I have a lot to establish, but I definitely think Kendall has challenges keeping something alive and well that has been in our family for 5 generations. We just poured a glass of our 2016 Ghost Block Cabernet, which is from the site, our Ghost Block Vineyard that we were just located at. It is 100% Cabernet from our Yountville vineyard. We only make about 1,000 cases every vintage, and the 16 is our current release. It's released every year in September, so we'll be releasing our 17 in a few months.
Just a thing to get me through harvest.
Oh yeah. This is our newly renovated tasting room, designed by Richard Von Saul, who's also another Napa local. And he really captured the farmer's first rancher aspect of us being grape growers for 5 generations. And so he used a lot of recycled resources from the ranch, including tractor tires, vineyard stakes.
My favorite part is that we've kept our tractors since the 70s, and they're the Ford Tractor Blue. And so he really captured it in on that. So that's been our accent color over there, as well as the front doors.
When you all can return to Napa, we'll have our blue doors open for you here in Oakville at Napa Wine Company. Come visit us at Ghost Block Estate Wines. Until then, we're cheersing you. Thank you, Napa Valley grape growers.